Hey guys, it's Lynn Pratt. Thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you the difference between watercolor and gouache. Both are water-soluble pigments, which means they can wet by using water, and then even if they're dry, you can add more water and re-wet them and just continue to use them. So they are both considered a watercolor paint. The difference is most watercolor paints are translucent, or transparent, I should say. They're transparent. And most gouache paints are opaque. So you can also get some watercolor pigments that are more opaque colors, but most gouache is more opaque than even opaque watercolors. So I'm going to show you the difference with two colors that are very similar. So I have my sap green Holbein watercolor, and I have my leek green Holbein Iridori gouache, and I'm going to show you the difference between the two. I'm doing this on a piece of Stonehenge Aqua cold press paper, and I'm going to start with my watercolor. So I have my sap green watercolor, and I'm going to get it nice and heavy on the brush, almost in a thickness of whole milk or heavy cream, which is really the most saturated. You would really want that pigment when adding it to your paper. So I'm going to add this in, and then I can add a little bit more water to my brush. And by adding more water, it just naturally thins out that watercolor and gets even more transparent, and you can get a nice super light color. Okay, so that's my Holbein sap green. Next, I'm going to show you my leek green, which is the gouache. So I'm going to get gouache on, and this works almost more like an acrylic paint, except it's water soluble. So here I have it, nice and concentrated. I'll add a little bit more water to my brush. Now gouache you can also thin out and make it pretty much transparent, just like watercolor paint. So you can see I can make that gouache nice and thick, just like the watercolor, or I can thin it out and make it pretty transparent as well. You can't really tell the difference though on the white paper. So what I'll show you is going over a black line. So here I've just done a permanent ink black line. So I'll take my sap green, which is my transparent color, and even when I'm putting it on at its thickest, which is kind of in that heavy cream or whole milk consistency, you can see that you can still see the black line right through it. Now, as I add more water, it obviously becomes more transparent, and you can see the black line even better on that side. Now, the difference you'll see here is when I take my gouache paint and I get it in that heavy, you can't even see that black line at all. It totally obscures the black line. Now, the nice thing is if you add more water, you can use gouache in a transparent fashion. You just have to add more water to it. But you cannot get that deep, deep color without being opaque and really kind of going over whatever's under it. So whether it's another watercolor, paint color, or a black line or whatever you're going over, it's going to be opaque and cover over it. So remember, this is your translucent and your opaque on your white paper. Where the big difference comes in is when you're using black paper. So this is Stonehenge Aqua black cold pressed paper. Okay, so first I'm going to take my translucent watercolor, transparent watercolor. This is my sap green, and you can see you can barely see that because the black shows through. It is a transparent color, so you cannot see the pigment very well on it. However, if I'm using black paper and I take my gouache, it shows up brilliantly on that black paper, but I can also add some water to it and thin it down, and it becomes a little bit more transparent as well. But still nothing like that transparent watercolor paper. Okay, so this shows you the difference. A lot of people don't quite understand what the difference is between gouache and watercolor. So this clearly shows it. When you want to build lots of transparent layers and have colors flow into each other and mix, you really want a transparent watercolor paint. If you're more into building layers where one actually covers over the top of the next, then you really want to try using some of that gouache paint. So this was just a simple, quick tutorial on the differences between gouache and watercolor paint. Thanks so much for joining me. Let's paint.